England fly half Toby Flood, selected again to start against Samoa. We've lost a few players, but just trying to get some fresh faces in there and keep the backbone of what's a very successful side at the moment.
Look, it's 1-1 game. Let's not get carried away. We've obviously had a few changes, personnel, rest some guys up after two pretty full-blooded games. But we're happy at the moment. Things are going okay. It's massive that we back them up, and let's not get carried away.
You scored 25 points on the weekend. Must have been really pleased with your own performance.
It was all right. I'm happy with it. You know, the guys give you the opportunity to kick the goals, and that's kind of my job. So, you know, I've got to try and kick as many as possible. It wouldn't be so happy if I missed all of them. But we're pleased. We're content with where we are at the moment. Let's not, let's not blow and jump it and all that sort of stuff, and keep it down to earth. And I think the guys are doing that. Look, we've trained hard this week. We've looked after ourselves. We've made sure that we've had an enjoyable week, but also one that's very productive. And I think that's massive for us at the moment to keep building on what we're doing.
Jono said in the press conference that he was very pleased with the attitude of you all coming in on Monday, and that none of the coaching staff have had to speak to you guys about keeping your feet on the ground, and certainly the reaction after the game was very pragmatic. Is there any sense of excitement or building at the moment, or is it very much we're taking each game, that was a win, Samoa on Saturday, that's got to be a win or it all counts for nothing?
Yeah, the latter really. You look at Samoa in terms of the quality they've got, and I don't think anyone's going to take them lightly. As a squad, a lot of us play with them back home and realise what a strong team they can be, and what a team, you know, they might not get the amount of time that we normally have in terms of we get, or the Kiwis, still Southern Hemisphere teams get, but they've got such quality in there, guys that can turn a game on their heads. You know, you have the likes of Alessandro Tuolangi in your squad because he can turn a game around in an instant. So we're fully aware that they are a huge threat to us, and obviously that it's not a time for us to really kind of wander around thinking this is going to be a walkover, because although some people might have that perception within our squad, we're fully aware with how difficult this test is going to be, and you only need to look back to the last time they played them in 2006 and what they did in Ireland last week to take them seriously and realise they're a huge threat.
Now, when you started to get the ascendancy against Australia last week, the foot didn't come off the gas at all, and that's going to be equally important against a team like Samoa, isn't it, to make sure that if the game is going well, like you will be going into the game as favourites, but that you're ruthless right up until the 80th minute.
Yeah, of course, absolutely. Look, you can't take your foot off the gas against someone like Samoa, as I said, because if they get a sniff of a result or they get a sniff of a try line, then they start to play fantastic stuff, and the things they do start coming off. So if you allow them time and space on the ball or the ability to play, they're going to cause you a huge amount of problems. So as a squad and as the environment that we've trained in this week, it's massively important that we have been doing is looking after ourselves and making sure that we're fully concentrated and fully aware of the weapons they've got across the field.
And I guess with the oppositions that are coming for England over the next 6 months to a year, it's important to play up to the 80th minute against a team like Samoa, because you're certainly going to have to do that against a lot of these other sides you'll be meeting as well.
Yeah, of course. You know, it's I don't think anyone plays in terms of not wanting to play the full game and not wanting to slack off. There's always those instances where maybe 60, 70 metres in, you start slacking off and passes go awry, and then suddenly the game's nearly back on your front door. So it's important if we do get a lead to keep punishing, keep taking those 3 points, keep working really hard in terms of making the right decisions in terms of getting a score, and ultimately again in D, you know, when we're defending, if they gain momentum, then they're a very dangerous side. So it's massive for us to try and stop the source line at scrum time, but if not, then we've got to make sure that we take down the big runners, because as a side there's no side bigger than Samoa. What
areas of England's game do you think still need improving?
All of it, to be honest. It sounds silly to say, but we're all trying to improve as much as possible. Look, we want to get better in attack. We're getting better defensively in terms of making decisions around the field, in terms of people knowing their roles. But there's still massive improvement in every facet of the game. You know, it's not for me to talk about scrum or line-out because that's way out of my hands. But in terms of where we are and the decisions we make, I think that's the most important thing. The ability for me, to see space and get to space in terms of making defenders make poor decisions, making defenders make good decisions, but you know they're going to make those decisions, is massively important. So it's all a big build, and I think that the more we play with each other and how we play with each other makes a big difference.
Now, England have sold, or the RFU have sold, a fair few more thousand tickets this week off the back of that result against Australia. Is it good to feel part of a side that are reigniting the interest in the national team again? Oh,
look, for sure. Look, I think it's massively important that we play a good brand of rugby, and I think we want to play as well as we can. Look, I think the big thing is for us is we just concentrate on what's going on inside this camp and what's happening here, because, you know, ultimately we don't play rugby for revenue or ticket sales. We want to put on a good show for everybody at home, and don't get us wrong that we love our fans, and they've been to us, they've actually been outstanding in the past couple of games. They've really got behind us, and that's amazing for us. So, but
the noise has been back at Twickenham again, hasn't it?
Yeah, it has. And honestly, you know, I remember kind of coming in my early part of my career, and it was phenomenal, and it really has picked up, and the fans have been outstanding, really generally have. But for us, it's massively important that we don't think about the what ifs and the ifs and buts and all that sort of stuff. It's important for us to carry on building, because when we do, and if we play like how we have been in the past couple of games, then hopefully we can continue to improve and really try and set a marker down.
Looking forward to it. Toby, best of luck in the game.
Thank you very much. Thank you.